Alrighty guys, here we go. Got another little vlog coming up for you today here. It's not going to be as spirited as of a drive as a lot of you guys might like. As you can see, we're in pretty congested traffic here. We're on US 192. We're in St. Cloud, Florida. This is old Florida, what you would call old Florida, the way it is. You know, you're not going to have the big main attractions, this, that, and the other. You know, we're on the road. This will take us to Melbourne, Florida, into the beach if we were to just stay on this road right here. But topic today that I would like to bring up, because, you know, my car is a car channel, or my video channel is a car channel. Yes, let's get the English out today. That I would like to know, what was your first car? Did your family buy it for you? Did you buy it yourself? How old were you when it happened? And go from there. I thought that was going to be something interesting. You know, I was thinking about that the other day when I was out there cruising. I was like, you know what? What car did I have? And I knew, of course, I had, my first car was a 1988 Hyundai Excel GLS. It was a, it was a little hatchback thing. I'll try and find a picture of it for you and put it up for you. That way you can get an idea of what it looks like. I don't know if I have any pictures. I know my mom has a lot of the pictures from back then, because when I got the car, it was 1996. So it was already 8 years old. My parents bought it for me as a Christmas present because I needed to get back and forth to school, and they were kind of getting tired of dropping me off, this, that, and the other, because I went to a private school. And so what happened is the neighbor was actually selling the car down the street, and they went and talked to him without me knowing about it, and they offered him the money, and they only paid $800 for this car. Now remember, Hyundai nowadays is getting a lot better quality and build design and looks, but back in the 80s they were utter turds on the road, okay? They were not known for quality or build quality, you know, they were nowhere near a Honda or Toyota. So they weren't really worth a lot. And so we bought that car, they bought that car for me. I was super excited. And yeah, so what I was doing is I was driving that for about 6 months before I actually started working for UPS. So that was my first actual car. And let me tell you, if that car did not give me more of a headache from all the times it broke down, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about, when you buy one of those little cheap beater cars and the thing breaks down constantly on you, and you're like, oh my God, it literally, I think the battery went dead, the belts went bad, it would overheat constantly. What else was done? Alternator went bad. The oil pan was leaking. The fuel thing had broken out in it. I was just literally, this is the way it happened. Every 2 to 3 weeks, something would break on that car. And that is no exaggeration. I was so sick of driving that stupid car, and I was so embarrassed by it, that when my friend offered me the job, he said, hey man, you need a job, you want to go work at UPS, I can get you a job there. I quickly told him, hell yeah. And I went down to the big UPS there. It's a giant hub in Jacksonville, Florida. It's one of the biggest hubs in the world. And I got picked up right away because I was like, I am sick of this and I want another car. And I know you guys know the feeling. And I wasn't afraid to go work for something I had. You know, my parents, I was just grateful my parents could buy me a car. They were teachers. Teachers don't make any money. If you guys know anything about that, they don't make any money. My dad was a school principal and my mom was a kindergarten teacher at a different place. They were total different places. And that was fine and no big deal. And but as you guys might know or may not know, teachers make next to nothing. If you don't know anything about teaching, it's like 30 grand a year starting. 30 grand with a college degree is like, why did I waste my time? That's how low it is. And I know they're starting to really work on it a little bit, but yeah, it was pretty bad. So I was really grateful that I got it. I really was appreciative of it. I cleaned it up, would wax it up and do all that stuff to it. But then it would kept breaking down on me. So I was just like, oh, you know what I mean? So that's basically what led me to getting my first car on my own. It led me to getting my own job. I mean, there's so many things out there that actually led in my life and changed in my life, you know, because that gave me the drive to want to go get a car on my own, wanting to get a job on my own and go work for it. And that's exactly what I did. Yeah, I'm cruising at like 55 and the cop, I don't know if you see that in the video, he was just on the oncoming lane coming this way. But yeah, that started me in a whole ball of chain and events. So I'm really appreciative for my parents for like getting it to me. And then on top of that, they gave me the drive to want to actually go out there and get my own car, get my own job and stuff. Because my dad said, look, I'll co-sign a loan with you, a reasonable loan. And my first car that I bought was like $6,900. So I took a loan for like $5,000 out. My dad co-signed with me and basically said, well, if you miss one payment, the car's mine, because the car's in my name as well. So it really it helps you to build that, I don't want to say, your bond with your family, especially your dad, because, you know, dads are a lot different, you know, and that kind of thing. And at the same time, you know, it builds that trust that you're an adult now and they can trust you to do this kind of stuff. And it's not like they didn't trust me or anything like that, but when it comes time to now, he's letting you borrow the credit card, he's letting you, he's going to put his name down on the thing. That's pretty big in, you know, in a parent's eyes. And I hope that whenever I have kids one day and they get older, that I can do the same thing. But yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, that literally led so much to what I have now, and to where I am now. That was actually pretty flippin' cool. But I would love to hear what you guys had as your first car. I mean, I started driving when I was 15 in the state of Florida with a permit. As long as you had an adult in the car with you, you could drive at 15 years old. And then you could get your full license at 16. Now, I realize if you're in Florida here with me now and you're a younger generation now, things have changed. We're talking about the 90s now, guys, so you gotta understand that in the 90s, that's the way it worked. And you didn't have to have, now what they do is you have to have your permit for 1 full year. So if you're out there and you're a Floridian and you're getting up there now watching these videos and whatnot, get your permit right away as soon as you turn 15, whether you're going to drive or not, whether you even own a car, because of that fact that you don't have to, that way you don't have to wait. As soon as you hit 16, you can go, gone. But giving you a good idea. But yeah, I would love to hear what you guys think about that. My first car that I bought personally with my own money at UPS was a 1993 Chevy Beretta. And it was in mint condition. An old lady had it perfect condition. I put tons of stereo in there. I put I had all JL audio. If you like cars and you like stereo, I have all JL audio in there. I have JL audio in my the blue Honda Prelude. I had 3 subwoofers in there, 3 10-inch subwoofers in there. I had amps in there, big old PPI amps. I the whole 9 yards. You know, I didn't do a lot of stuff with the outside, but you know, that's basically was my first car that I actually worked for and put money into. And yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys got. I mean, I only kept that Hyundai for, let's say, 8 months at max. Let's see, I got it in Christmas, and I bought my Beretta in, I want to say, it was right around September, August, something like that, of that same year in 1997. So, because I got it Christmas '96, I got my the car Hyundai. So yeah, and then I got that, and then, you know, from then on, the rest is history. I bought that car. I moved down to the Clearwater, Florida, started college down there, loving it, you know. And that from there, of course, I got into a wreck when I was down there in Clearwater. I was driving down the road, and I was in the middle median. I was cutting across to go across, and some douchebag ran it and just clipped me and just spun my car around like this and totaled me out instantly. They hit the front quarter panel. It was done. I mean, it was done. And I was just like, shit. But I was kind of getting, wasn't over the car yet. I'd had it for about 3 years, so it almost paid off. I think I owed like $1,000 or $2 left on it, because I had really small payments, you know, because we put money down on the car and then just kind of drove it. And then from there, I bought my 2000 Honda Accord EX V6 Coupe, straight off the lot, brand new. I was 19 years old, paid $25,500 for that car. That was more than what I paid for this 370Z. And you're 19, the payment was $510. And let's just put it this way. I was making good money, double shifting at UPS, and I could make the payments, but it wasn't worth it. I had to make that call after 2 years. I think I kept it 2.5 years. I sold the car. I said, it's just not worth it. But yeah, so, and that's how I eventually got my gamer tag Accord, in which Accord obviously brought it up to Acc0rd79, the gaming channel, and you know where we're at now with the YouTube channel is my Acc0rd79, because my gamer tags on Xbox is Accord, and so is it's Acc0rd79 on PSN. So you know, that's how I kept it. I sold it, and I was in a little bit of credit card debt. It wasn't a lot, so it was like $5,000, and I was just like, you know what, I don't like the payments anymore. I'd rather pay off the credit card at the same time. So I bought a 1988 Honda Accord. You know, so I got a really old one, a 4-door, and just drove the mess out of that for another 2 years until I swapped it up from there to a 93 Cougar, Mercury Cougar. I bought from another neighbor in another neighborhood when we went over to Pensacola, Florida. And from there, I sold it and bought my blue Honda Prelude in 2006, which of course you guys see today. And then in 09, I bought the white Prelude. And then obviously in 2013, January 2013, I bought this, the 370Z. And then of course last November here of 2014, I bought my first motorcycle ever. So, and that's why I created that niche riding channel. So, yep. Well, that should be about wrapping it up right now, but I figured I'd go ahead and cut it up. I might chop this up a little bit and do whatever. Out here. And give you a little bit of revving. Woo! Learning all that stuff, and I hope you really like these kind of things. I'm starting to see a lot more interaction when I'm coming in with my vlog, especially when I drive my 370Z, and that means a lot to me that I see you guys actually write to me and tell me about this stuff. So I think it's actually kind of fun to do these vlogs once in a while. Anyways, guys, I hope you like it. Please hit that like button, subscribe to this kind of stuff. Tell me some topics you'd love to hear, so that way I can work on it a little bit more and give you some more fun topics that you can interact on. And so please drop me a comment down there. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys later.